Assalamu alaikum and a very good day. I am Balqis Mustafar from Group 1. Today I would like to talk about a very interesting topic that is actually related to our daily life. So, the topic that I had chosen for today would be, why does cutting onion makes you cry? Onion, or its scientific name Allium cepa, is a culinary and medicinal herb. It belongs to the Allium genus, along with garlic, shallots, leeks, scallions, and chives. It is believed to be one of the earliest cultivated vegetables in the world. In fact, it has been used by the Romans, the Greeks, and many other cultures for thousands of years as food and as a remedy for numerous ailments. Onion is also used as a herbal remedy in modern research to discover its many medicinal benefits. The onion is not a root or stem like most people would have thought. It is actually a tunicate bulb with a clump of fleshy leaves on top. An onion is a type of underground stem structure that has been modified. The bulged leaf structure at the base of the onion plant stores processed food. These vegetables have characteristic pungent flavors and some medicinal properties. Onions vary in size, shape, color, and flavor. The most common types are red, yellow, and white onions. They are mainly used for cooking. Onion is certainly one of the most important ingredients when it comes to cooking, as it is used in almost all dishes in any cuisines. I believe that almost every living person on the earth had peeled and cut onion at least once in their life, especially for cooking. But most will end up boiling their eyes out while cutting onions. At first, it will sting the eyes, and then comes the tears. Every single time. Except for maybe a few rare people who felt nothing while cutting onions. But usually, cutting onions always leads to some kind of crying. Sometimes you will get watery eyes at best, and the other time, full on tears streaming down your face. But what is actually the science behind it? Actually, when you chop onions, they release a chemical compound that irritates your eyes and triggers your tear glands. Onions get their distinctive pungent flavor from sulfur, the same chemical behind rotten eggs' stinky smells. But it's not just the sulfur that's making you cry. Onions also contain an enzyme called synthase, a lacrimeter, which is an irritation to the tear glands that causes it to secrete tears continuously without being influenced by the intent and emotions to cry. The chemical compounds released by the onions are allyl sulfide, and they also exist in garlic and spring onions. When you cut into an onion, an enzyme called alliinase is released into the air. The alliinase enzyme breaks down the amino acid sulfosides of the onion into sulfonic acid. Then, the unstable sulfonic acid is rearranged by the synthase enzyme to produce a chemical compound called steam-propanethyl isoxide. This compound is volatile and creates a gas that floats up to your eyes and triggers your lacrimal gland, the gland that produces tears, and that's when the waterworks start flowing. But you don't have to worry about anything because there is no real danger behind the compound. As Pet had explained that it is just an irritant. You could be in a room full of people chopping onions, and the worst thing that will happen to you is that you tear a lot. So, as painful as cutting onions may be, you're never going to be blind prepping dinner. But have you ever wondered why certain people can come away from a pile of onions mostly unscathed, while others reduce a puddle of tears? An expert had explained that some people have naturally more sensitive lacrimal glands than others. Unfortunately, there is no way to know ahead of time if you're extra sensitive or not. And even if you know, there isn't much you can do to change it. But of course, there is actually a few ways for you to reduce the stinging of onions. First, when an onion is cold, it doesn't release that chemical compound as easily as it would have been if it were warm. So the next time you need to cut an onion, chill it for 10 to 15 minutes beforehand. Or you can just start storing your onions in the fridge from now on. Next, expert also recommends facing a fan toward your chopping station. This will blow the gas away before it has a chance to irritate your eyes. If you're really sensitive to onions and none of these tricks seem to be working, try wearing goggles. You may look a little bit intense, but at least you won't be crying. All in all, science does play a big part in our life. Just look around you and you will find something that will have its own scientific explanation. So I think that is all for my topic for today. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.